Hey guys, this is Barry with FaO&x Outdoors, and we're doing another unboxing video. And these bikes are really popular. I know my brother loves them, and this is called a Tiger. This is the Tiger Junior, and I don't want you to be misled on when it says Junior that this is a kid's bike. Junior, it actually is a smaller bike. It'll fit people from 5'1" to 5'9". If you are taller than that, your legs will be up into your stomach. It can be uncomfortable. It is, even though it says it's a Junior, don't think that it's a child's bike. This is actually for grown-ups. The Junior part is that, yeah, it is smaller, but it's got a 10 amp hour battery. It's a 500 watt rear motor with a 750 peak, so when you take off, it gives it a little bit more energy, but the consistency is 500 watts. I think it's like 65 Newton meters, which is that G-force of like being pushed off. Typically like 90 is pretty standard for bigger bikes. It feels like you're taking off like a dirt bike or whatever. 65 is actually not bad. It's not aggressive. It's not scary. Some of these Newton meters are 110, 120. It's scary. You can lose control or whatever. This is a very controllable bike. So let's get into it, and I'll show you how to build it, and let's talk about it. Let's do it. All right. This bike is not light. This company has an amazing quality, and you got to look at their website. These bikes are sick. They're really cool. We actually took a bike that's very similar to this from Miami to the Keys. They do make a larger bike called the Tiger Plus, and that's a 35 amp hour monster bike. It's pretty impressive. So I have broke my ribs on a motorcycle trip about 3 weeks ago. They're healing, but it's just easier if you keep the bike together, or the box together, I'm sorry, because if there's any issues whatsoever, which the packaging in this is insane. This company, I gotta tell you, is top notch. Hands down. You're not gonna hear a ton of negative from me, which I usually have something negative to say on the poor performance bikes. I don't hide that stuff from you guys. This is not light. If you can find a buddy to help you, do it. This bike is so pretty. I gotta show it to you. I'm just trying to clean up. The packaging is insane. Great job there. No damage on the box. Alrighty. So I'm gonna take a break for just a second, let my ribs heal for a second, but this thing is awesome. This is the Junior and Blue. I highly recommend this color. I'm typically I like a black, but Junior and the Blue is just absolutely gorgeous. Now when you get one of these, there's two things you're gonna need. I'm gonna grab them real quick just to show you. You're gonna need a way to open the box, and you're gonna need some wire cutters so you can cut these here. But packaging is 100%. The bike is beautiful. So what I'm going to do is just take all these off. You typically watch me do this. You skip through all this part unless I'm saying something interesting or funny. But what I'm going to do is just get all of the little plastic stuff off, and I'll be right back. All right, this is neat. I really like this bike. All-terrain. It's got a kind of like not a memory foam, but a foam seat for comfortability. This box here, 9 times out of 10 with what I've had in the past, is this is your headlight. And we'll get into that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And it does come with a toolkit, your charger, your foot pegs, and it's got, look at this. It's a plastic front fender, just really cool. I got busted ribs, so I'm a little slow, and I super apologize for that. But let's open this up. Let's see what's inside here and the other one. So let's open this up. It's got the manual, pedals, charger. They've got two sizes here. They got the Junior and the RL. The RL is going to just be bigger for taller people. I think it's the same on everything else. Man, just great job on branding, on the quality and everything else. It's just great. We got foot pedals, left. It doesn't need to say right if one says left, to be honest with you. It says R on the end here. an L, so R and L. The one does say. We've got some screws, some wire ties, and your charger. You can always get a higher end set off of Amazon. But right now we don't need to super worry about this. What we do need to worry about is getting this front wheel on and the handlebars so we can put the kickstand down, because right now it's just balancing off of these forks. So let's just move this over real quick. Let's look at the headlight real quick. All right, let's see here. These are usually these big, massive headlights. Yeah. Super cool. Like a brush guard that you normally see on like these adventure bikes. And you got your little screws on both sides. I think that's the horn. And then you got a plug. Really beautiful. Let's put this wheel on. I'm always torn between the handlebars and the wheel, because the handlebars are a lot of times in the way. This box is great for a little office for you, hold stuff and your trash can. The machining on this is very nice. This is a quality bike, trust me. So your handlebars are going to be facing outward, or I'm sorry, your brakes are going to be outward. And it's got these little grooves on your handlebar. You want to make sure those are inside these risers. And never tighten anything down when you're putting your bike together until you've got all the screws on it. You tighten one of these screws down, you're gonna regret it. It's so hard you gotta make sure everything's lined up. So don't tighten one of the screws down. Which this is a 10 amp, you're not gonna go super far. I think full throttle on this will probably give you maybe 19 miles. It just depends. I mean, you could be super lightweight and you would get a different, I'm 216 pounds. I will get a different result if you're, $120. I'm tightening these down because I'm gonna be happy with the way this is already set up. I put so many bikes together, but you don't wanna tighten these down until you sit on the bike and feel comfortable. And I might even change it myself, we'll see. All right, so, all right. We got these little things here we want to pop off and pop this big thing over here. And then we got these little screws here. Just take them off. I have tried and tried and tried to do all of this with taking the screws halfway off of the nut and trying to line everything up, and it just doesn't work. Just take it all off. So I've got this off. Let me adjust the camera because this is the important part. We'll get you down here where you can see how to put this on. Really pretty bike. We're gonna lift this up. I'm gonna put this on my knee for a second. We've got this. The reason why they put this on here is during shipping, if these get compressed, the triple tree up top will break. So this is why they do this. This one loose, yep, perfect. Boom. Right, so you have your brakes are on the right side. Your rotor is over here. So put the brake on first before you put it on the axle. This is gonna be the pain. So put the brakes on first, and then come on, get on in there. All right, here we go. It's really not that hard. Brakes are on, rotor's on. All right, so that's done. Let me go over here and knock the kickstand down real quick. So it's gonna stay. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So if you see, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a little ledge on this washer. It goes right into a hole right there. It's just got a little hook and it goes right into the shock. Boom, that is done. It's got the same thing on the other side. And you'll just take that little ledge, then you'll have a washer and then a nut. Super simple. It's just gonna go right in that little hole, so pay attention to that. I'll put this little nut on. These are typically, I think, like 13 or 15. Let's see what it says here. 15? Yeah, it's a 15. This thing is 90% finished for you. Make sure you tighten these down. I've done the Miami to the Keys trip. We've done it almost every year. One of the people front tire came off. Ugh. All right, so that's done. Now we got to put the come on. There we go. And it's got a nut already welded to that. That's outstanding. Thank you so much for that. That is actually new. A lot of companies don't do that, or didn't used to do that at all. Now I'm bragging about them because it looks like there's a nut, but there's a hole right through it as well. Tiger, you can actually put a nut on here. Just a heads up. I need the long screw. It's not. Guys, why did you do that? So there's 4 washers, so there's a washer. You'll need to put a washer on the front and the back. And this is a lock nut, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. And that's normally a 6 or a 10. Let's see, not a 6, it's a 10. All right, and I said it's a 10, right? And you can tighten this up. It really doesn't matter, it's just the one screw. I've never really had an issue with not being able to tighten this one up. Boom, boom. Just kind of straighten it up. Now you're going to take these and they're going to go right here. And then once you get this on, just run the wheel, roll the wheel real quick, just lift it in the air and roll it just to see if it's not rubbing anywhere, because that can get annoying. I don't know if at your house, if you want to run do this with a drill, I highly don't recommend it. You can strip these bolts. These bolts are not, you can strip these. You can actually break them as well. Now, if you have like some T-Allens, this would be great. Super simple. There we go. All right, I'm gonna do the other side and I'll be right back. All right, just gonna give it a little spin. Just make sure it's not rubbing. So that's done, so let's work on the headlight. All right, let's put on this headlight. I'll go inside here. This is gonna face downward, so this is how it's gonna look, just like this. And we'll take, you want it, there's a rubber grommet on the, right here. Make sure that you have that on the inside, and then tighten her down. Don't tighten this side down just yet. Let's get this other side down. All right. I want to make sure it's center, because if it's off one way or the other, the screw is harder to get on. So make sure that you're pretty straight on. And let's see, is it the same as the axle? Is it a 15? It's not. Is it a 13? It is. It's the same one as your axle though. Remember, there's a rubber grommet on this, so it doesn't have to be crazy tight, but it does need to be tight. There we go. And then I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. So it does have so we've got this orange and this orange. Can you see this? And there's going to be arrows, so arrow to arrow. You can also look at knot to knot. There's a little knot inside there as well. There we go. So that's done. This is done. So now we need to put the foot pegs on. Isn't this a pretty bike? It is really pretty. So it says left, that's rider's left. So if you're riding, left. Also, this is going to be lefty tighty. This is going to really feel weird. When you tighten this, it's not going to be righty tighty. It's going to be lefty tighty, which is going to be really super weird, I promise. But the other side's going to be righty tighty, and it's just because of how you pedal. When you're pedaling, you'll actually unscrew the thing. All right, so super simple. This is going to be the right side, so I'm going to do the right side. Then once we're done with that, let's talk about how to charge it, where the battery is, and then let's look at this really intuitive LCD screen. It's pretty cool. So there's some keys on a wire tie right here, and it's so you can take this off and charge it. So here's your battery, and I'll show you some cool stuff. So you can put your key right in here and slide this forward, and this will come off and you can charge it. And it actually shows you how full your battery is. It'll also say it on the LCD screen as well. And let me see. Oh yeah, You charge it from the other side, right over here. There's actually a little plug. So opposite of your key, just a little plug right here. You don't have to see that, it's not that important. Most questions I ever get is, how do you charge it? And it's right on this other side. So let's look at the LCD screen. So the freaking grips are insane nice. I'm going to tighten this up. I love these type of grips for like if you ever have like carpal tunnel or anything, it hurts your hands. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this blind real quick. All right, so you got a battery. You've got your miles per hour, and it tells you how far you've gone. There's your trip. I'm just hitting the miles thing. I don't know. Let's see. Got a horn. All right, I'm going to show you the turn signals here in a minute. There it is. So hold the plus button. This needs to come down a little bit more. You need to see the ground. You don't need to see the sky. All right. So you got your odometer, trip, your volume. I guess that's your voltage, because this is a 48 volt. CUR, I'm not sure what that is. And T1, I guess that's your time. Power, lighting. All right, so sorry about that. Just testing a few things. If you do hold the plus button down or the minus button down for just a second, it will walk you. So I'm gonna just try it real quick just to let you see. So you see the little walking person? It's actually, the back side's actually moving. And so you can just stand beside it and walk it. So I'm gonna take you off of here real quick. And I hit the turn signals. I just want you to see, it does have turn signals. Let's see, does it have brake lights? It does. I guess that's just a reflector. It does have a place for your license plate if you do want to plate it. Let's look at your other side right here. Turn signal. And then it is a throttle. You hold your brake, it will not work, just to let you know that. But yeah, let's take a look at it. It's actually a pretty comfortable seat. But let's look at this. This is where the trick is. See how high my, see how high that is to my chest? That's not comfortable at all. I do want to show you that right underneath here is a USB-C, so you could charge your phone. There is a way to charge your phone right here. But here, let me lift you up just a little bit. So yeah, 5'9" is probably the most you would want to buy the Junior. I would step up to the RL if you are taller than 5'8", because that's not, see that right there? And you're holding, that's not comfortable at all. And there's no adjustment in the seat. So make sure you order the right one. The Junior is for 5'1" to 5'9", and then the RL is much higher. And if you want the beast, the Tiger Plus. But yeah, I love this bike, dude. It is a class 2. It's a 10 amp, 550 watt. It's, again, this is just the smaller version of, so your throttle wise, you're probably gonna get about 19, 20 miles. I just want you to give you a heads up. If you're pedaling it, obviously it'll get some distance. But I like this, man. I like this bike. I'd 100% approve it. If you like this bike, I'll put it in the description below. If you like honest reviews, hit the thumbs up, all the buttons. But yeah, I super like it. I want to tell you guys, thank you for watching. This is absolutely a gorgeous bike. So if you want it, pick one up. Take a look at the website. I'll put it in the description below. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to you next time.